What's up, guys? Welcome to my replay viewers. Thank you guys so much for jumping in, checking out my broadcast. Sorry I missed you live, but so glad you guys took some time to check it out. What is up to my live crew this morning? Great to see you all this morning. So glad to have you here. I appreciate y'all coming in to hang out with me on this Thursday morning. We're going to continue our conversation from yesterday, which is get yourself real. Are you giving your business a chance to succeed? Yesterday, we talked about 10 fundamental tools for your business. Today, we're going to talk about actions speak louder than words. I talked just for a little bit yesterday about how important all of your daily actions are, and that every single thing that you currently are doing and are not doing is forming your brand identity. So we're going to talk about actions speak louder than words today, and I'm going to challenge you actually with one bad habit that I think everybody possesses on some level. The question is, how bad is this habit in your life, and where is this habit infecting areas of your life and business that are going to be a serious detriment to you if you don't identify it and correct it? So we're going to talk about that one bad habit today. I'm not going to tell you what that habit is just yet, but I'm going to challenge you in 8 different areas of your life. One bad habit. That is our topic and conversation for today. Jackie, great morning to you. Brian, what's up, buddy? Adam and Alexis, I see you both. Great morning to you. Tracy, good morning to you. Y'all are amazing, and I appreciate you. Y'all cheers and good morning. Shirley, good morning to you. Grab your favorite morning beverage, get your pen, get your paper, get your notes, and we are going to jam right into this. Hang tight. All right, y'all. Justin Kaplan Pro is my name. JustinKaplanPro.com is my website. I'm a startup business mentor and a branding strategist that specializes in helping startup entrepreneurs turn your passion, your gifting, your ideas into a profitable and scalable brand, leveraging the power of social media marketing. If you are new to me, welcome. No matter what planet, you're I've never said that before live. No matter what platform or planet you are watching from today, we're glad that you're here. And if you're watching for the first time, I'd love for you to give me a hashtag first time in the chat stream. No matter where you're at, I'd love to know that you are here, and my crew would love to make you feel welcome. Planet. I've never said planet. Cheers again, y'all. Cheers. I love coffee and I love cheersing y'all, and I appreciate y'all. You know that? John, what's up, man? It's nice to see you, buddy. I appreciate you coming in and hang out with us this morning. I enjoy you being here. I appreciate you being here, and I promise I do not waste my time, and I choose not to waste yours. So we are going to damn right. Man, I can speak. I just said damn. We're going to damn right into this. We are going to jam. Dear Lord Jesus, please help me with my mouth today. Please help me get exactly out what needs to be said and shut my mouth to exactly what does not need to be said today. Let everything I say today be honoring and glorifying to you. In Jesus' name, amen and amen. Satan, if you're trying to mess me up this morning, get out of my way. Get out of my mouth. All right? Tasha, good morning to you. You know, this might be an interesting day today. Like, you don't even know. Those guys that are just coming in, like, we've only been live for 4 minutes. I've already swore and I've already talked about aliens on accident. So you don't even know what's going to go on in this broadcast today. Is it Friday? No, it's Thursday. Man, geez, this is like a Friday broadcast. Like, things start happening like it's Friday. Kat, good morning. And if you want to see what happened, I was already cussing at you and the whole thing, and I'm not even on purpose. Bless him. Thank y'all. All right. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about get real. Are you giving your business a chance to succeed? Deanna, good morning to you. Mary, great morning to you from North Carolina. Thanks for coming in, girl. Appreciate you. All right. So, Tennessee. Mary's in Tennessee. Flow in the Holy Ghost. That's right, Sherry. Amen to that. Friday Eve. It feels like Friday Eve. We're talking about how are you giving your business a chance to succeed this morning, all right? We're going to talk about mind over matter. We're going to talk about actions speak louder than words, all right? So I'm going to challenge you with one bad habit today. One bad habit that I believe every one of us as business owners possess, but I think we all possess this habit on different levels, right? I think we all struggle with this on different levels. And if you're aware of it, you can call that thing out when it rises up. But I think some people are not aware that this habit exists in their life. And so I'm going to challenge you with 8 different areas that you may be struggling with this bad habit so you can be aware of it and you can start fixing that thing. All right. I'm going to give you a quote of the day and let's see if you can figure out what this habit is that I'm going to be talking about. This quote of the day is by Tony Robbins. I love this quote for a variety of reasons. But I'm going to read this one to you. Tony says, one reason so few of us achieve what we truly desire in our lives is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never making a conscious decision to master anything in particular. I just want that to soak on you for a second. And I'm going to read it again because I want you to hear what I said. One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want, what we truly desire in our lives is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never making a conscious decision to master anything in particular. We're going to talk about dabbling this morning. Dabbling is a train-wrecking, goal-destroying, dream-eliminating habit. It will absolutely crush your progress. It'll crush your productivity. It'll crush your confidence. It'll crush a lot of different things. But we're going to talk about dabbling, and I'm going to challenge you in 8 different areas of your life to ask you and challenge you to identify if you are dabbling in each of these areas of your life. And the definition of dabbling, if you'd like to write this down so you can kind of reference this against what I talk about today. The definition of dabbling is to take part in an activity in a casual or superficial way. To take part in an activity in a casual or superficial way. Okay? Number 1, I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. Cheers, and thanks for hanging out with me this morning, y'all. Number 1 is your routine. Are you dabbling with your routine? Let's all just throw some numbers at this, will we? I'm going to say on a scale of 1 to 10, how consistent are you with your daily, let's just talk about your morning routine. How consistent are you in your morning routine? Meaning you get up at the same time. You know exactly how you go about your morning. You know exactly what needs to be accomplished in the morning. I'm talking about things like all your personal hygiene stuff, like your shower and all that stuff. But then your quiet time, your breakfast, if there's exercise involved, if there's a certain method of things that you do every single morning before you go about your day. How consistent are you with your daily routine? 10 would be, Justin, I'm a boss. I could teach this broadcast right now. Bring me on live. Let's talk about it. That'd be a 10. 1 would be, a 5 would be like, I know what my morning routine is, but I really am not very consistent with it. 1 would be like, what's a morning routine? So no, Mary's like, nope, I'm a 10 on morning routine. I'm all about my morning routine. And if I'm not on my morning routine, it absolutely affects my entire day. I'm going to tell you this though, because I think some people struggle with morning routine. If you struggle with the morning routine, it may very well be because you do not have a consistent evening routine. I think you cannot have a consistent morning routine if you do not have a structured and disciplined evening routine. You want to give me an amen to that? I don't think you can get up at 5 o'clock every single morning and effectively go through your morning if you are varying all over the place on how you handle your evenings. If you go to bed at 9 o'clock one night and 12 o'clock the other night, and then you stay up till 2 the next night, but then the next night you're back to bed at 8 o'clock, it's very hard to be consistent in the morning if you're not consistent in the evening. Routine is powerful. I don't know too many successful anybody's that I know in my life that do not have a very disciplined morning routine. It's a discipline, y'all. And I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this because it looks like majority guys are in the high rank of the routine, but I'm going to challenge you with this. I'm going to challenge you, if routine is an issue for you, and especially in the morning, make that a conscious decision to fix it. It's a discipline. It's absolutely a discipline. It's not a skill. It's not that some people are better at morning routine than others. It is a choice. It is a discipline to have a consistent morning routine. I challenge you. Tasha is a 4. Tasha. So Tasha says she's 4, and I super appreciate your honesty, Tasha. If you know that about yourself, then I challenge you. Give yourself, start with a week. 1 week, 7 days. And where are we? Thursday? Make a plan. So I'm going to say over the next 3 days, Tasha, the next 3 days, I want you to plan out what you want your morning routine to look like. Okay. What time you're going to get up? What needs to happen? This, and this. Like for me, I have a very disciplined morning routine from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., 4 hours, that which includes my morning broadcast, right? So I have a very set structure of things that I do every single morning from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. And that's how I handle my mornings. And it's the same every single day. And I also maintain that routine. And you don't have to do this, but I maintain that routine 7 days a week, even on my days off. And one of the people are like, Justin, you're crazy. You get up that early, even on your days off? Absolutely, I do. I even do it on vacation because thing is for me is that if I allow myself to sleep past an alarm, and I won't, my body's so acclimated to waking up early that even if I don't set an alarm, I'll still wake up at 5 o'clock. It just happens. But one of the reasons why I love getting up early in the morning is because it makes me feel like I got a whole day, right? Like Jamie's the same here at 5 every morning, and like I don't know about you, Jamie. Like if you've ever actually slept past your alarm and slept even at like 6 or 7 or even 8 o'clock in the morning, it's like, I feel like I lost so much of my day. And it just really screws me up, and I feel like the day goes by so fast, and I lose my time. So I love getting up early. I love being up before the sunrise. I love being the first one up in my house. I want when my kids come up through the house, I want them to always know Dad's there. And so yeah, you can get so much accomplished when you start early. So morning routine. Anyway, are you dabbling with your morning routine? If you are, I challenge you to make that a discipline. And so I was saying to Tasha, if morning routine is a struggle for you, take the next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to map out what you want your morning routine to look like. Okay. Then start Monday and go 7 days and challenge yourself. This is a straight call out by Justin Kaplan Pro. I challenge you starting Monday to go 7 days of executing your morning routine without fail. No friggin' snooze button. You get up at the time you said you were going to get up. You do what you said you were going to do, and that first week is gonna be rough. It's gonna hurt. You're not gonna like it. But I'm gonna challenge you to go a week, Tasha. No snooze. Get your butt out of bed. Do your thing. Do your stuff, and just see how it affects your day as you go throughout your week. 7 days, straight up. I'm calling you. I'm gonna call you. You know what, Tasha? You tell me what time you're going to get up in the morning because I got your phone number. Oh, yeah, I'll set my alarm. You tell me, Justin, I'm going to get up at 6 every single day. I'll set an alarm for 6:05 and I'll call you. You think I won't? I've done this for my clients. I only do that for my clients. They ain't paying me. Ask me to do that. Nope. Anyway, let's keep going. That's number one. Is it your routine? Are you dabbling with your routine? All right. And if you need somebody like that, get somebody like that in your life. Get somebody like that in your life that'll challenge you and call you out. All right. Number two is your priorities. Are you dabbling with your priorities? I don't think so, Justin. I think I'm handling my priorities pretty well. All right. Well, all right. So this is the question. What were your priorities for this week? What were your priorities for this week, and how are you progressing on them? Are they completed? Do you have a list of your priorities? Well, if you can't answer that question right there, you're already dabbling with your priorities. If you didn't know what your priorities were for this week, and you just are kind of going about your week, just kind of doing what you're doing without any clear definition of what exactly you're trying to accomplish this week, you're dabbling with your priorities. Because I guarantee this, every one of us have priorities in our life. The problem is a lot of us haven't defined or actually written down those priorities. Doesn't mean that those priorities don't exist, because we all have things we've got to do. We all have things that we should be working towards. We all have steps that we should be taking towards our goals, right? You have priorities that have to be done. But a lot of people go into their new week without identifying what the priorities are. Excuse me, what the priorities are. So that is very, very important. So just a quick tip. What I do every single week is when I define my priorities and my goals for my upcoming week, Every single Sunday, I take time to map out what are my key priorities for this week. What do I have to have done by the end of day Friday? And I have that mapped out. That's my weekly priorities. Then, once I map out my weekly priorities, then I break that down into one day at a time. So this is all on Sunday. So on Sunday, I map out my weekly priorities. These are all the things that I have to have done by Friday. And then once I have that done, then I write my goal list for Monday. What happens? What needs to be done on Monday to set me up to be done with all this by Friday? Then I go through Monday, I execute Monday, I get Monday done. Then I go through Tuesday. What needs to be done on Tuesday to keep me on track? Because what happens? Stuff happens. I'm not a machine. Not every single day goes perfectly. I don't get everything done all the time that I intend to get done every day all the time. You can't. Stuff happens, right? So unexpected stuff comes up. So if Monday goes off the rails and I lose a bunch of my time on Monday for whatever reason, then Tuesday I need to adjust and compensate for that. So I plan. But I always know in the back of my mind what has to be done by Friday, and I have that written down. So each day I'm working towards that. So if you ask me, Justin, what are your goals for this week? And where are you in relation to those goals? I can tell you exactly what my goals are, what my priorities are for this week, and what I am working to get done and how I'm progressing towards that. What are your priorities? What are your priorities for the month of June? What are your priorities for the summer? What are your priorities for the first half of the year that we're just about ready to wrap up? In case you don't know this, we're in the 6th month of the year. This is June. Do you get that? At the end of this month, the first half of the year is over. The first half of the year is over. Isn't that crazy? We're about ready to go into the back half of the year. 6 months of the year is gone. What goals did you have for yourself in January, and how have you progressed towards those? Again, the definition of dabbling is to take part in an activity in a casual or superficial way. Are you being too casual with your goals? And I'm kind of combining these two things, priorities and goals. Number 2, so I'm going to take number 2 and number 3, and I'm going to combine them together. So number 3 is your goals. Number 2 is your priorities. Number 3 is your goals. Now, I look at these different. Are you dabbling with your goals? The first question I would ask you, Justin, how do I know if I'm dabbling with my goals? Do you first of all, do you have your goals clearly defined? Do you know exactly what your goals are for this year? Do you know what your goals are? Did you have goals for the first half of the year? Did you have goals for the second quarter of the year? Did you have goals for the end of June? I mean, all of those are fine. Do you have something that you're working towards? If you don't have that, you're dabbling with your goals. You don't even have any goals. So that's your first assignment. So figure out what do you want? Like, what do you want to work towards? What are you trying to accomplish? Then the next question, some of you guys may say, yeah, I know what those goals are. I know what I'm trying to get done this year, and I know what I'm trying to get done this summer, or I know what I'm trying to get done this month or this quarter or whatever. The next question is, have you broken those goals down into incremental steps so you know exactly what you need to accomplish this week and this day to keep you on track towards that goal? You break it down. Every goal needs to be broken down into monthly, weekly, daily action steps. You need to be constantly aware of where you are in the process and progress towards your goal. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate you, buddy. All right. So if you have not broken that goal down into steps, then you're dabbling with your goal. Because if you have a goal, but you do not have a plan for how you're going to accomplish that, and you don't have any method of measuring your progress towards that, you don't have a goal, you have a dream. And whether or not that dream will ever be fulfilled is really up to you. So, just a very simple example. If you say, Justin, my goal is my health, my weight loss. I want to lose. My goal was to lose 20 pounds this summer. All right. 20 pounds this summer sounds nice. When's this summer end? Well, I'm going to say the summer ends at the end of August. All right. Well, you've got almost a little over halfway through June. So let's say 3 weeks left in June, 4 weeks in July, 4 weeks in August. So you've got 11 weeks. All right. You want to lose 20 pounds in 11 weeks. Let's break it down and make it real easy. Let's make it 20 pounds in 10 weeks. Let's call it 10 weeks. So if you want to lose 20 pounds in 10 weeks, you got to lose 2 pounds a week. All right. So then it's already this Thursday. What are you doing this week to lose those 20 pounds? Because you're not just going to get up on Monday and say, all right, I'm going to go lose my 2 pounds this week. And then I'll jump back on the scale on Sunday night and see if I lost the 2 pounds if you haven't changed anything. What are you going to do? Are you going to cut out soda? Are you going to cut out sweets? Are you going to do alternate day fasting? Are you going to exercise? How many days are you going to exercise? How long are you going to exercise? Are you going to do cardio or are you going to do weightlifting? Are you going to do a combination of those? Be aware if you're going to lift weights, you're going to put on muscle, which is going to increase your weight. So you need to be aware of that. Are you going to do some sort of a diet plan? Are you going to join a program? What are you going to do? Figure out your plan, because the 2 pounds is not going to drop off the scale if you just continue living your life the way you're living it. You have to have a plan. So then the plan is, Justin, I'm going to work out 3 days a week for at least 30 minutes a day. I'm going to do alternate day fasting. And I'm going to cut out all soda. Awesome. Do that and you'll drop 2 pounds a week. Probably. I'm no health expert, but if you're drinking soda and doing all those things, holy cow, you'll do it. So then where are you? If you're on Thursday, this is my workout day. So then today, you know that today my goal is to do my workout. And your big goal for the week is to lose 2 pounds. Your bigger goal for the quarter or for the 3-month period is to lose 20 pounds. But all you know today is that you need to do your workout for 30 minutes, no soda today, and follow your meal plan. That's it. That's what you need to do today. That's what I'm talking about. If you have a dream, you have an idea, I want to lose 20 pounds. And I want to have that done by the end of the summer. Define specifically when. End of summer for me is end of August. I've got 10 weeks. I want to lose 20 pounds by the end of those 10 weeks. I can lose 2 pounds a week. How am I going to do that? I'm going to do that by this, and this. And then you follow this, and this plan. And then measure your progress at the end of each week. And then at the end of this week, you lose 1 pound. Then how do you adjust? What happened? Why did I only lose 1 pound? Well, I did have that birthday party where I ate an entire ice cream cake by myself, and I only did 1 workout this week rather than 3. Then you got your work cut out for you next week, because now next week you need to try to lose 3 pounds, and you need extra disciplined, right? So now that's an example. We're not talking about weight loss this morning. We're talking about goals. So the question is, are you dabbling with your goals? Whatever it is that you are working towards, have you taken time to break those goals down into very small incremental steps so you know exactly what steps you need to take this week, what progress you should be seeing and making this week to keep you on track to achieve that goal? Okay? That's your goals. Number 4, are you dabbling with your audience? We're talking about, are you dabbling? What are you dabbling with? Again, the definition of dabbling is to take part in an activity in a casual or superficial way. Every business requires marketing. Every business requires marketing. You've got to put yourself out there in some way, especially if you're an online only business. Your marketing, your social content, the things that you do to put yourself out there are basically you opening the door for people to see that, for giving the opportunity for people to experience you. You've got to be doing marketing in some way. So the question is, are you dabbling? And we could call this audience in parentheses marketing. Are you dabbling with your marketing? Are you inconsistent about when you show up? Would any of you guys say that I'm inconsistent with my marketing? No. Why? Because it's a key income producing activity. Because I'm open for business every day. This is not a part-time job. Listen to me. You don't earn a full-time income with a part-time effort. I am good. I am full-time in this business. This is my business. This is my brand. This is who I am. This is my reputation. This is the perspective that I have established for myself. I am consistent. I show up day in, day out, every single day to give you something to marinate on, something to chew on. I am a fuel source for you. I want you to wake up in the morning and ask yourself, man, I gotta get plugged into Justin today. I gotta see what's up, what Justin's got going on in some way. When I take a vacation for a week, I want that to be painful for you. For real though, and I do. People like, I'll take a vacation. I'll go a whole week without showing up because I'm on vacation with my family, and I come back and people are like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're back. Let's get back to the lives, man. Get back to being a fuel source for me. I want that. I want to establish that reputation for myself. So your audience Listen to me. I want you to get this. There are a sea of people, a sea of individuals in the world today that need you and what you have to offer. And the only reason they're not engaging with you and connecting with you and hiring you and throwing cash money at you is because they don't know who you are and they don't know you exist. And they don't know how you can help them. Show them. Show up for them because they're there. They're waiting for you. And we have these free platforms. I'm currently live on 5 networks right now. 5 networks, all over the world. Letting people have the opportunity to connect with me. Put yourself out there. Give people the opportunity to connect with you. And whatever the reason is, Shirley puts fear in the chat. It might be fear. It might be insecurity. I don't know what it is. But listen, this is what I do know too, because I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. I believe the Lord has given you a gift and a talent and ability specifically for you. It's yours. You have a calling on your life. You have a plan for your life. My Bible says the Lord has a plan to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and give you a future. It also says that he will equip you with everything that you need to do what he has called you to do. You are equipped and positioned to do exactly what he has called you to do. You have everything that you need to do what he has called you to do today. Every single one of us have an assignment on our lives, y'all. Y'all agree with that? Put yes in the chat stream if you agree with that. Every one of us have an assignment on our lives today. Every one of us have an assignment on our lives this week. Every one of us have something we're meant to accomplish this week. But some of y'all don't. You don't show up for your people. You don't show up for your audience. Don't show up for the people that are waiting on you today. Why? I don't know why. That's a question you need to ask yourself. But are you dabbling with that? Dabbling means that you show up every once in a while and then you go away for a while. Then you show up again and then you go away again. And then you show up again and you go away again. Show up and stay up, y'all, for your people. Because listen, if you are an online business, listen to me. If you are an online business and the only way that people have to engage with you is online, meaning that you don't have a storefront that they can walk into. If you are an online business, your business is closed unless you're online in some way. So if I asked you, let's say I just start plucking some of you on camera. And when's the last time you did a live video? When's the last time you posted a podcast? When's the last time you posted a blog? Well, Justin, I got kids are out of school. I didn't ask you to tell me about your schedule. I asked you, when's the last time? I think maybe 3 weeks. It's been maybe 3 or 4 weeks since the last time I went live. Your business has been closed for 3 weeks. How many businesses do you think can just close for 3-4 weeks straight? And then, I'm going to open. I think I'll open up today for a couple hours. But then I'm closed again because I got the thing. I got the family vacation. I'm real busy. I'm working on things right now. So how do you think you're going to survive? Do you think your business will stay alive? How about this? Let's put it this way. Let's say I decided to open up. I'm going to open up a brand new restaurant. I do love to cook. I'm going to open up a brand new restaurant. It's going to be called JC Pro's Mouthwatering Eats. I'm going to open up a brand new restaurant right here in my hometown. It's going to be crazy. I bought the building. We're planning the menu. I've got my chefs and staff worked out. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to plop this thing. We're going to do the whole thing. It's going to be awesome. But then, I got a lot going on. So, I think we'll open up maybe today for a little while. But then I got the thing with the kids, and we want to go to the beach later. So I'm just going to open up for a couple hours. And then tomorrow I've got a lot going on. So I'm not going to open up tomorrow. I might open up Saturday. But Saturday mornings are really special to me. That's my time where I just kind of have some time for me. So I'm not going to open up till probably like noon. But then we got the thing in the evening, so I can only open up for like 3 hours. Sunday, I'm definitely not opening up because it's Sunday. But then I don't know. Next week we'll see how it goes. Now that seems ridiculous, doesn't it? You're like, Justin, you're not going to make it. Your restaurant won't survive. You're not going to be in business. Do you think anybody's going to show up? You never, right? I've seen businesses do it too, Jamie. You never know when they're open. And guess what? I'm like, I think of these businesses and then I'm like, oh yeah, they're not open anymore because they're shut down. That seems ridiculous, doesn't it? It seems like, well, Justin, you wouldn't do that if you went all the work of creating a business and mapping and all the expense that goes into it. You wouldn't do that. Oh, you wouldn't? Then why are you? I mean, I can sit here and wait for an answer. How much money have you spent on your business? Having branding done, website done? How much time have you put in? How many years have you put in? How much information do you have up here? How much time have you been doing that? And it seems ridiculous that someone would go out and, go to all the work of building a restaurant and never opening it. But why are you doing the exact same thing? Oh yeah, my mission, y'all, is truth and love. I love y'all. That's why I beat you up in this way. My mission is not always to tell you what you want to hear, it's to tell you what you need to hear. Some of y'all are dabbling with your audience. You're dabbling with the people that'll pay you. Okay. Number 5 is dabbling with your connections. Are you dabbling with your connections? Let me just take a step further than this, because some of y'all are feeling good right now. Some of y'all are like, yeah, you tell them, Justin. You tell them, because I've been consistent. I've been doing my podcast and I've been doing my lives and I've been putting myself out there. I've been consistent with all that. I'd be like, all right, well, are you connecting to your people? What about all the people that have been connecting to you? Are you engaging with them? Are you dabbling with your connections? What I mean by dabbling with your connections is that I think a lot of people think that to succeed on social media, to succeed building an online business, all you got to do is put content out there. Do a video, do a podcast, do a post, do a whatever, and people will roll in and buy from you. But let me just ask you this question. Let's go back to the restaurant example, because it's a great example. So let's say I do create this restaurant, and let's say I am open consistently. I'm open 7 days a week. I've got my hours. I've got my staff. I've got my everything. But the way I run my business, the restaurant's there, the food's there, everything's there. We have the whole plan, and we're ready for people to come in and experience us. But then I don't really want to, I don't really want to interact with people much. I'm so time consuming and so draining, and I don't want to really have to get caught up in that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to prop the door open so people know that we're open. We are open. I'm going to prop the door open, and we're just going to let people come in, but we're not really going to talk to them. So there's no hostess at the front. Nobody seats the people in the restaurant. No waitresses or waiters serve them at the table. They come in. They experience the restaurant. They look at the menu. They see what's available. They've heard the food's really good, but then they sit there at the table and they wait. What's going to happen? Do you think they're going to get up and walk back to the kitchen and get their own food? No. What would you do? Think about it. If you walked into a restaurant, looks beautiful from the outside, right? The branding's done, the business is built, looks amazing, it's attractive. The menu, you've heard about the menu, the website looks nice, everything looks great. And you walk in and there's no hostess. Nobody greeted me when I walked in. That's weird. I guess we'll seat ourselves. You go sit down and you sit there. Nobody comes and talks to you. There might be other people are coming in too. Everybody's coming in. Come on in. Hey, have you seen anybody? No, I haven't seen anybody. Anybody talk to you? No. I smell it. It smells good. I'm hungry too. I said I'm hungry too. I need something. I feel like this is the place that I wanted to come into. This is the place that I thought was going to give me the meal that I needed. This is the place that I thought was going to sustain me, fuel me. I'm really hungry, really ready for some interaction, some connection. Are you going to go seeking it out? Yeah, I walked in your building. I'm waiting for you to connect to me. Man, am I making a point today or what? You got to talk to your people, y'all. You know, I talked. One of the things that I've shared a lot that I've done over the years, I've done this since the very beginning, is my mission when I first started becoming a live streamer was to genuinely connect to at least one new person every single day. Minimum one new person every single day. Meaning if I'm having this broadcast, and let's say that Kim Wendy is brand new. Kim Wendy's been with me for forever, but we'll use Kim as an example. So let's say Kim Wendy comes in here, she's interacting with my broadcast and she's connecting. And what I do is I'm looking for people that I don't know. And so I connect to Kim and I'm engaging with Kim. And so what I would do, and this has been since the very beginning of me live streaming, what I would do is I'd be talking, I would see Kim, and see Kim is very interactive, and I would just write down her name, Kim Wendy. I would write it down in my notes as I'm going through my broadcast. And as soon as my broadcast was over, I'd hang up the broadcast, I'd go back and I'd click on Kim Wendy, I'd follow her. If we were on Periscope, I'd follow her, subscribe to her, and then I'd go straight to Facebook to see if I can find her on Facebook. Find Kim on Facebook, Kim Wendy, there she is. I'm going to send her a friend request because Kim just stepped out of an experience with me. And so she just stepped out of an experience with me, and now all of a sudden, bing, she got a friend request from Justin. Wow. I was just watching Justin's broadcast. That's cool. He just sent me a friend request. Of course, I'm going to accept that. Accept as soon as she hits accept, I get a notification. Kim accepted your friend request. I go into Facebook Messenger because as soon as we're friends on Facebook, now we're connected through Messenger. I'm going to go into Messenger. I'm going to find Kim. I'm going to send her a voice message. Kim, what's up, girl? Listen, I appreciate you. Loved having you on my broadcast this morning. It means so much to me to have people like yourself engaging and interacting and providing value to the conversation. So I so appreciate you. Just want to let you know that. Thank you so much for accepting my friend request. I'm excited to get to know you better. I hope you have a beautiful day, a great Thursday, and hope to see you around the web more. Take care and God bless. Send her a voice message. I have sent that message hundreds and hundreds of times. And people are like, and then this is what I do. I had a list. I maintain this list on my desk. I have a list of people that are new to me, and I write their names down. And I have this list on here on my desk so that as I'm teaching and I'm talking, I'm doing my lives. If someone pops in that I don't recognize, I look at that list, and if I look at that list, I see their names, and the list of people on that names are people that I have sent that message to in the last 30 days. And so they come in, and so let's say Jamie's new. Obviously, Jamie's not new to me, but let's say Jamie's new. Jamie's on that list. So if I see Jamie pop in, I look over and I see Jamie's on my list of people that I've recently connected to, and I've sent her that message. Jamie, what's up, girl? Listen, I hope your day is beautiful. I hope your shake is amazing this morning. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm connecting. I want to make her feel welcome in my room. It's one thing I'm very good at, and I've always been very good at, and I'm not good at it because it's strategic. I'm good at it because it's who I am. I genuinely want to connect to people. And then really what it comes down to, it boils down to gratefulness. It's really what it boils down to. Because I have always had the perspective when I started out as a streamer and as an online business, I'm so grateful for anyone that pays me their time and attention. Because I know in my world, the most valuable thing in my world, Jamie, the most valuable thing in my world is my time. It's the most valuable thing. You can't get it back. So I am super intentional about where I spend my time. So when I have all of you amazing people, we have 54 people live on 5 networks right now. 54 people. There's 54 human beings that have options. You have options for where you spend your time this morning. You have options for what you're watching, who you're listening to, what you're doing. It's 8 o'clock in the morning where I live, 7 a.m., 5 a.m. Pacific for some of you. You have options for where you spend your time. And of all the things that you could be doing in your world today, with all the things you got going on, you're hanging out listening to me. I appreciate that. I respect that. That's why I say I do not waste my time, and I choose not to waste yours, because I will never, ever, 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 ever get to a point where I do not sincerely and genuinely appreciate the time and attention that people spend with me. So when I have folks that are new to me and are connecting with me for the first time, man, do I want to let them know that I appreciate them? And that's how, honestly, guys, that's how and why I get clients. is because I am sincere and genuine in my connections. Are you dabbling with your connections? I don't care if you are the most spectacular content creator on the planet. If you do not genuinely connect with the human beings that are paying attention to you, you do not have a business. Because business is about people. Business is not about content. Marketing is about content. Business is about people. And if you are not genuinely connecting to people, you do not have a business. Let's keep going. That was number 5. This is a good broadcast. Someone should share this out. Someone should tag someone in the chat stream that needs this content today because this is a good broadcast. See what happens? I asked the Lord to open my mouth to exactly what I need to say today and shut it to what I don't need to say, and He delivers. This is a Holy Spirit broadcast today. Number 6. Let's keep going. Are you dabbling with your ideas? Are you dabbling with your ideas? Meaning the Lord has given you an idea. He's giving you a prompting. He's given you a vision for something that you need to create. But you're dabbling with that. Meaning that you're taking part in the creation or the development of that idea in a casual or superficial way. Are you giving that idea a chance to succeed? Are you giving that idea a plan to manifest? That idea that you have may need to just be structured as a goal. Somebody's listening to me right now that's like, wow, you just laid me out. You are reading my mail. Some of you guys have an idea that the Lord has been prompting you, and He's been confirming it to you, and has been reconfirming it to you, and He's continually bringing that to the surface of your mind. And He brings it up. You're like, man, that's a good idea. I should really write that book. I should really create that course. I should really blank. But I got so much going on right now. I need to get through my day, and then I need to get through my week, and I just need to get through this month, and I just need to get through this quarter, and I just need to get the kids back to school. I need to get through this season. I need to get through the holidays. I need to get through this year. I just need to get past January. Man, I need to get past spring break. I am reading your mail. No, you don't need to get past anything. You need to get past yourself and start putting a plan to bring that idea to life. What if that's your breakthrough, man? What if that is the thing that the Lord has given to you and said, if you just do this, child, watch me bless you beyond your imagination. Watch me show up for you in ways that you can't even comprehend. The excuses. I tell you what, man, I was talking to somebody recently about some of the biggest decisions that we've made in our businesses, and some of the things we're so grateful that we took a step out of faith and took a step beyond fear and made moves without all the answers. And one of the greatest, most significant decisions that I have ever made was the decision to start broadcasting. It was February 2016. And my mom challenged me to do a broadcast every single day for the month of February 2016. I had no idea I had no idea how to broadcast. I had no idea what a content creator was. I had very, very little social following whatsoever. I had a couple hundred friends on Facebook. Nobody knew me on Periscope. I had an okay following on Instagram, but they weren't really connecting to me. I had nothing on social. I had a baby local business that I was building locally through my local connections, and I thought I was good. I thought I was growing. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. What I was filled with was pride, insecurity, doubt, fear, unbelief, all the things that I was wrestling with internally. I doubted my worth. I doubted my value. I doubted my ability to serve people. I doubted that anyone would even want to hire me or connect with me. I was so filled with all that crap. And my mom said to me, Justin, I think you should do a live stream every single day. I think you should join this. She was part of a live stream challenge. She challenged me to do it with her. I said, no. I said, Mom, I got a lot going on. I said, I'm growing. I've got a handful of clients. I don't really want to get into this live thing. I don't know. I just don't really want to. All I had for her was excuses. Thankfully, I have a mother that doesn't take no for an answer when she believes the Lord has prompted her to say something. She knew the Lord prompted her to tell me, Justin, turn that camera on and go live. And I agreed to it. I said, all right, I'll do it. I said, but if I start out doing this live streaming, I said, I'm not going to live stream like what everybody else is doing, where they just sit there and they hold their phone and they don't say anything of value. I'm like, if I'm going to do a live stream, I'm going to give something to people that they've never seen before. I'm going to raise the bar a little bit. And she's like, do it your way. She's like, but I want you to do it. I said, okay. I did it. And I started out and I had no idea how live stream would change my life. And it gave me such fresh ideas, man, of what I could share and how I could share it. And one thing I've always been very good at is, man, when I've learned this just because I've experienced it and lived it out. When the Lord prompts me to do something, I move and I go. And I make moves despite fear. I make moves without all the answers. I'll step out and just let the Lord show up. I'll take that first step, expecting him to show up with me on step 2. You've got to, y'all. Are you dabbling with your ideas? Are you dabbling with the things that the Lord is prompting you to do? And I want to encourage somebody I want to encourage someone this morning with this, y'all. Some of you guys know this about me because you know me well. Some of you guys are close to me, but many of y'all may not know this about me, but I'm an introvert. Very, very much an introvert. And for my entire young life, all the way into my mid-adulthood, I had a paralyzing fear of speaking in public. You're like, not a chance. Justin, no way. I've heard of hundreds of your broadcasts. There's no way. Paralyzing fear of speaking in public. I remember the first time, like it was yesterday, the first time I had to get up in front of a group of people and speak. I was 12 years old. I was in middle school. And I had to do presentation for social studies. And we had to put together this poster of whatever the town or whatever it was that we were given. We had to do research on it. We had to do a presentation. And I remember getting up in front of the crowd. And of course, I'm a ginger. So when I'm nervous because everything goes red. My whole face goes red and I sweat. Man, I sweat and I go red. And I got up in front of the class and I had to present what my research project was. And I froze. I could not open my mouth. I stood in front of the class in silence, holding up my board. And I couldn't say anything. And the teacher's like, Justin, go ahead. And I could not open my mouth. And I ended up dropping the poster board and running out of the classroom. Of course, you do that in middle school. You get, made fun of and harassed and look at Kep and look at what he's such a sissy or whatever, all that crap. I carried that all the way through middle school, high school, college. And I remember getting in, as my career advanced and developed, I remember getting my first job, my first significant job where I was going to manage a team. I was so excited about the salary and the position because I'm a great leader. I'm great at motivating people and I'm great at one-on-one. I loved working with people one-on-one. It's just you put me in front of a group of people, it freaked me out. And I remember taking this position and I had a team of just over 60 people at the time. And I was sitting down with my boss and he was kind of preparing me for stepping into the role. And he says, one of the things you got coming up is you have a all-team meeting where you do this every quarter, an all-team meeting where you present the state of the business, our upcoming plans, marketing plans, executables, things that the business needs to know about. He's like, you got that coming up in 2 weeks. I said, okay, so that's something like I just type up like a presentation and send that out to the team for them to engage with. He's like, no, it's a meeting. He's like, you host a meeting in front of your team. I'm like in front of the team, like live, like in front of the team. He's like, yeah. I said, Donnie, I can't do that. He's like, what do you mean you can't do that? I said, I'm sorry. I really struggle to speak in front of groups of people. This is the best boss I ever worked for in my life. He said to me, Justin, he goes, this is not a buffet. This position is not a buffet. You don't get to pick and choose what positions of this job you want and don't want. You either want the job or you don't. And if you want the job, you're going to have to get past this fear of speaking in public because you need to be in front of your team. I said, okay. So I want the job. But I'm going to need you to help me because I really struggle to speak in front of people. He's like, okay, I'll help you. Now, my idea for how he was going to help me was different than his idea for how he was going to help me. I expected we would spend some one-on time in an office by ourselves and he would give me some tips on how to overcome that fear. His idea was, I'm going to put you in front of your peers and in front of your bosses, and I'm going to make you present to people higher above you, because if you can get comfortable with them, you'll have no problem speaking in front of your team. He started taking me to all the meetings, all the district meetings, all the things, and he started having me present. And man, whoo, I had to trailblaze through some fear, but I got past it. And that's what I want you, that's why I say all that to say this, y'all. Oftentimes, if not almost all the time, your greatest fear is in direct relation to the greatest calling in your life. Your greatest fear is almost always in direct relation to the greatest calling on your life. And I so agree with that. Kim Wendy said that's why you're a great coach, because you do the same as your old boss and you believe in us. Absolutely. It is absolutely right. Because so many of my clients that I get have such a paralyzing fear of something, but I can see your potential. And that's what Donnie had in me. Donnie could see what I was capable of. And he could see that I was a very good communicator, and he could see that I was a motivator, and I was an inspirer, and I was someone that could take a team and charge them and lead them forward. But he's like, you got to be able to open your mouth. And now this is my world. My world is speaking in front of people, and I'm so far beyond being the slightest bit fearful or insecure. And it took me a while to break through that, where I would be afraid of what to say or how to say it or how I was going to be received. And now what it really boiled down to? What it really boiled down to is that I have an unwavering, sold-out belief in the gifting that God has given me and the position he's put me in and the calling that he has on my life. And I want to be a good steward of it. Because fear and insecurity and doubt and unbelief are not from the Lord. Satan's trying to rattle me. I want to be a good steward of the gift that God has given me, and I don't want to pay the slightest bit of attention to the garbage that Satan is trying to throw at me to shut my mouth and shut me up, so I don't come out here and serve the people that need to hear me today. They need to see me today. So, that was kind of a segue, but somebody needed that this morning. Are you dabbling with your ideas is number 6. Your last 2 I'm going to give you because I want to get you out here in an hour. Number 7 is, are you dabbling with your investments? Are you dabbling? Oh, you had to go there, Justin. Yeah. I mean, I'm your coach. Are you dabbling with your investments? Meaning, how do you know if you're dabbling with your investments? You're dabbling with your investments if you have bought every course that's ever been shown to you, but never finished any one. You've got a bookcase full of books that you we're gonna solve all your problems, but you've never finished any of them. You've bought programs and coaches and group programs, but and you've hired people to help you, but you don't listen to what they tell you. That's how you're dabbling. That's how you know. And again, I think every one of us have gone through, like, how many of y'all have made a bad investment in something? I've made a bad investment in a coach. I've made a bad investment in an academy. I've made a bad investment into a group program. But I've learned from all of them. I've learned something from all of them. Where, the first coach I ever hired, the only thing I could say I took away from him was the fact that he taught me exactly what I didn't want to be as a coach, because he was awful. The first academy that I invested in, I didn't learn squat from the content, but I was able to see how academy was built and how it was operated from the inside, and it gave me a vision for how I could make one better. I invested in a group program before. And I invested in the program that had a beautiful landing page and a whole lot of promises. But when I got in there, the leader of the program was non-existent. And basically, it was a peer-to-peer led program because there's so many people in there. The leader had lost control of it. And so she just stayed out because it was too time consuming for her, because she was too busy and too popular, and you couldn't actually engage with her. And I realized, when I have a group program, I will never let that group grow beyond what I'm able to manage and be intimately involved with every single person in the group. So I learned things from each one of those people. But if you are continually investing and continually spending money and throwing stuff at things, looking for a magic pill to fix you, at some point in time, you need to realize that the fixing needs to happen internally. Because if you have bought every program under the sun, if you have invested in multiple coaches and you've never seen yourself move forward, the problem is not with all of them. Are you dabbling with your investments? Last one, number 8, is are you dabbling with your brand? Are you dabbling with your brand? Your brand is the perspective that people have of you, the position that you are taking in the marketplace. Your brand is what people see and think about of you when you're not around. Your brand is the standard that you have set. Remember, I shared with you yesterday that every single thing that you currently are doing and are not doing is forming your brand identity. Everything you are doing in your business, everything you are doing in your marketing, every day you show up or don't show up, your inconsistency speaks volumes. Your lack of discipline speaks volumes. Or your excellence speaks volumes. You showing up to serve people speaks volumes. The way you connect genuinely speaks volumes. The way you passionately pursue the things that the Lord has put on your heart speaks volumes. The way that you create and put out and share and give and serve people speaks volumes. Whatever end of the spectrum you're on is speaking volumes to your audience. They are learning everything that they need to know about you as a professional by the way you present yourself day in, day out. Today's topic is are you giving your business a chance to succeed? Actions speak louder than words. Your actions are screaming at your audience who you are and what they need to know about you. Are you dabbling with your brand? That's number 8. Wow. Everybody can give us all a round of applause for that one. That was a good broadcast, all right? I've taught this topic several times. I've never taught it that good. Somebody needed some of those things today. Hopefully that one just fired you up, pumped you, fueled you up, and is going to send you out about your day better. Again, my mission, as always, guys, is to get you thinking differently, acting differently, and believing differently than you would have if you and not otherwise took 58 minutes of your incredibly valuable time with me this morning. So I'm going to leave you with that for today. Get about your day, y'all. Be intentional with your time today, will you? Be intentional with your time. Be intentional with your gifting. Be intentional with your ideas and the things that the Lord has given you to manage today. Be a good steward of everything that the Lord has given to you to handle and manage, including your own unique gifting, your audience, your brand, all the stuff. All right. You're so welcome. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Always truth and love, guys. My mission is to give you what you need, not always necessarily what you want to hear, but what you need. Somebody needed some of those things this morning, guys. Have a beautiful day. Be intentional with that Thursday of yours, y'all. I'll see you around the web, all right? Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.